I am Steve. As a child, I yearned for the mines.
I thought about writing a sentimental introduction about my experience with Minecraft and the time I spent playing with my brother when I was younger, but the thing is, a Minecraft movie is so bizarre and detached from that feeling that it literally wouldn't make any sense. To say that this film is the most confusing movie experience I've ever had is quite honestly an understatement. Remember when I said in my A Complete Unknown review that movies are art and art acts as a creative mold for so many different ideas and voices? Yeah, a Minecraft movie is the antithesis of this idea. If I'm being purely objective, this is a dreadful piece of filmmaking. Like, there's literally nothing this film does even remotely well. The character design for each Minecraft character was absolutely disgusting, especially for all the animals. The green screen effects were quite atrocious, the lighting was just completely off in every shot. A horrendous screenplay, like so many dumb plot points and one-liners, and quite possibly one of the most brain-dead motives for a villain who has absolutely no presence in the film. Everything is just laughably terrible. I can't even begin to explain how identityless this movie is. During the film, I would periodically turn to the person I was watching it with and say, I thought this was supposed to be a kid's movie. There are so many jokes in this film that a kid would be completely oblivious to, and there are jokes in this film that an adult would roll their eyes over. While I may throw shade at a movie like the Super Mario Bros. Movie for being childish, at least it understood who its demographic was, that being, surprise surprise, children. A Minecraft movie just doesn't know who the movie is for. They tried their best to appease the younger generation while also providing fan service for the older generations who grew up on the game, but by doing so, it becomes unfocused and imprecise. Its half-hearted attempts at creating an emotional connection with the audience are laughable and lazily thrown in, thanks in large part to the awful performances from the whole cast. The sentimentality that many have with the game should have been the focal point of the film, but it's completely neglected, opting for a movie comparable to the Minions franchise. Everything about this film just feels phoned in and passionless, and as someone who wants to see that passion in every film, it's beyond disappointing to see it absent. Yet, despite all the atrocities this film committed against the art of cinema, I kind of loved it. While I may try my very best to be this pretentious movie critic who only appreciates the deep and introspective works of film, I am but a simple man. I don't think I've ever laughed more in a theater in my entire life. To be fair, the audience I watched it with made it so much better. Literally, every time Jack Black said one of his classic one-liners, the whole theater erupted with applause. There were some people who forced some of them, like sometimes they'd say, that's not in the game, and no one would say anything, but overall, they made it a lot of fun to watch. I think the absolute absurdity of the film is what makes it so funny. The romantic side plot point between the villager and Jennifer Coolidge's character was quite possibly the greatest addition to this film. Like, I genuinely loved it so much. There's a character named General Chungus, don't think I need to explain that one, and the sexual tension that builds between Steve and Jason Momoa is so unhinged that you can't help but laugh at it. It's hard to tell if these decisions were intentional or not, but they undeniably made the film. Quite honestly, I see this film as a guilty pleasure for me. Usually, this term refers to bad movies you enjoy watching, but it feels like lately people seem to have forgotten the art of the guilty pleasure.
Emperor's New Groove.
Finding Nemo.
Behind the Green Door?
That's a good one.
Is that your guilty pleasure movie?
Behind the Green Door?
Really? What's that movie?
Wait, I think a movie called The Green Door.
To be honest, I kind of avoid watching objectively bad films. Much like Martin Scorsese, I see cinema as an art form. So when I watch something like Glass or The Godfather Part 3, I get unreasonably upset by its stupidity. But there are awful films that I enjoy because of that stupidity. The 2004 animated film Joshua and the Promised Land is genuinely one of the funniest films I've ever seen because of the awful animation and horrid voice acting.
No! No!
And because of that, it's an inside joke between some of my friends. Tommy Wiseau's The Room literally spawned a cult following because of the many hilarious flaws in the film, like the framed pictures of spoons and the hilariously Shakespearean-esque performances.
You are lying. I never hit you. You are tearing me apart, Lisa!
Granted, these are very far and few in between, but they genuinely make up some of my favorite film viewing experiences because of those memories I created watching them. As much as I try to treat every film at the same level of criticism, it's simply ignorant to do that. It's wrong to compare the live-action Aladdin to something like Parasite. They're two completely distinct projects with two completely distinct goals in mind. One is looking to only make a profit and entertain people, the other is trying to criticize the wealth disparity in our society. Critiquing every film the same way is wrong and undermines the variety of the art form. So, was a Minecraft movie a disastrous piece of filmmaking? Yeah, but I still had fun with it nonetheless. With all that said, I think Kieran Kerr's review of the 2018 Robin Hood film is the perfect closer to this review. Is the film good? Oh, definitely not. It is a trope-laden visual mess with too much slow-mo and a dash of terrible CGI. It was a stupid, dumb movie that I loved wholeheartedly.